Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
Newbies, here you are. We have a simple lesson, and if you've never studied Chinese before, you're welcome to join us.
Yes, and you'll get a lot from this lesson.
Yes,
Function,
hopefully.
culture, and linguistics.
Indeed. Because we're looking at something that if you meet people in a business context or in a traveling context, might happen. A
exactly.
fairly formal-ish type of introductions.
Exactly.
So it's fairly straightforward. We're going to listen to the dialogue 3 times, after which we will come back and we'll sort of...
Piece it together.
We will. So let's listen to the sounds first. If you get some of it, that's great. If you don't worry, because we shall explain.
Yeah. Dialogue, first time.
陈小姐，你好，我姓王，
王先生，您好，
请坐。
谢谢。
Second time.
陈小姐，你好，我姓王，
王先生，您好，
请坐。
谢谢。
Third time.
陈小姐，你好，我姓王，
王先生，您好，
请坐。
谢谢。
Well, from that formal introduction,
Yes.
there could be romance or business opportunity.
Really?
Or family feud. I don't know.
Or all 3 at the same time, perhaps. Who knows? Okay.
That's the beginning of everything.
Yeah,
anyways.
it is. Let's look at it. It's also got a couple of names, surnames, very, very common, and I think those are useful to learn to get the tones right. Because for some reason, I've always had problems with the tones and surnames. I don't know.
Yeah, because they don't appear often in places other than surnames.
You're right. They don't collocate also, in a sense.
Yeah.
Apart from in a couple of contexts.
对.
They elude me.
So this lesson shall help you.
Hopefully.
Let's do the translations now.
Yes.
陈小姐，你好，我姓王。
Hello, Miss Chen. My name is Wang.
陈小姐，你好，我姓王。
Hello, Miss Chen. My name is Wang.
陈小姐，你好，我姓王。王先生，您好。
Mr. Wang. Hello.
王先生，您好。
Mr. Wang. Hello.
王先生，您好。请坐，
Take a seat, please.
请坐，
Please sit down.
请坐。谢谢，
Thank you.
谢谢，
Thanks.
谢谢。
There you go.
The very basics.
Yes. But I do strongly recommend that you learn this stuff.
对。
If you're speaking at all in Chinese, and we certainly hope you are, this kind of stuff will be essential.
I guess even for business traveler,
Yes.
Knowing these very simple basic terms can get you
Yes.
quite a long way.
No, absolutely. I think that Chinese people really appreciate it when you make the effort
Yes.
to culturally and certainly linguistically to try to get into the way things are done. I have no question in my mind they're very...
Brings people together
It certainly
closer.
does. There you go. All right, so let's take it from the top, shall we?
陈小姐，你好，我姓王。
Now, first, there's a chap called Wang.
And precisely his surname is Wang.
Wang.
对，
Now, what is the tone on that, Jenny?
Wang, second tone.
Second tone. Wang.
Wang,
Now, Wang is one of the most common names,
surnames.
in China.
对
And it literally means what?
King.
King.
Wow.
Wow.
What a regal surname.
Yes, good name.
Wang.
Wang. Now, I don't know how to remember this, because the Wang was the second tone. I'm not really sure. But just think of a Wang. Just think of a king. Okay? Maybe he's the second. He's Richard the Second or something. I don't know. Anyway.
But in English,
Yeah.
I think the tone is quite easy to grasp because
Yes.
Wang,
Yes.
the sort of Englishized
Yes.
pronunciation, is also close to a second tone.
What it is?
Wang,
Wang,
right,
yeah.
Wang,
Yeah. But Wang, to get it
对
right, sounds good. Now, I've heard people pronounce this Wang.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Wang.
Very North American.
Yeah, it doesn't. The name is Wang.
Wang.
There you
对
go.
Wang.
Now, Mr. Wang, he initiates this conversation
Yes.
by addressing.
陈小姐，陈小姐.
Now, she's also a second tone.
Yes, she is.
陈小姐.
Chen. And Chen is also a very popular surname
Yes.
in China.
Very common.
I guess these two are definitely in the top 10.
Oh,
Might
yeah.
even being top
I thought
5.
I
Yeah.
would imagine.
Chen.
Chen. Now, so let's take it again from the top. So he addresses her as.
陈小姐.
Now, so Chen is her surname.
Yes.
And Miss.
小姐. 小姐.
Now, 小姐 means girl, literally.
Yes, a married.
Unmarried.
Yeah.
Yes.
A miss.
A miss.
Mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle. There you go. So, Miss Chen.
陈小姐. 陈小姐.
Now, you've noticed that the surname
order.
comes first.
Yeah.
And the address, the honorific, comes
follows it.
second.
Yes.
So, again, Miss Chen one more time.
陈小姐.
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 Now, the way he addresses her is Miss Chen, hello.
陈小姐,你好.你好.
Good. 陈小姐,
对.
你好.
你好 two third tones means
Yes.
hello.
Hello.
And 我姓王. Just now we looked at Wang, the surname.
Yes.
And here we have a verb.
Yes.
姓.
姓.
我姓王.
To be surnamed.
Yes, exactly.
It's kind of, this is why Chinese can be so efficient. In English, you have to say, my surname is, or I am called, or my family
Yeah.
name is. But in Chinese, you just have one verb and it's
姓.
姓.
我
fourth tone.
姓王.
我姓王.
So Ken,
Yes.
你姓什么?
我姓 Carol.
Carol.
对。
我姓朱.
你姓朱.
对,我姓朱.
Your surname is Zhu.
对.
There you go. Let's hear the whole sentence. So once again, it's like, hello, Miss Chen. My name is Wang.
陈小姐,你好,我姓王.
Now, I think the context here, I don't know, maybe Miss Chen is arriving in Wang's office or something
Yes.
like that. So he opens the door. Miss Chen, I'm Wang.
Yeah, or she's waiting for him.
Could have been.
Yeah.
She could have been waiting outside or some sort of
Yes, he
contact.
comes in to greet her.
Yes. Now, this is, again, standard kind of language. Here,
Yes.
right? How you do the introduction. Now, how does Miss Chen, Chen Xiaojie, how does she respond?
王先生,您好. 王先生,您好.
Now, she is Chen Xiaojie,
对。
Miss Chen, but he is,
王先生,王先生.
so 先生 meaning Mr.
对.
Literally means actually
Firstborn.
firstborn, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always have to be the firstborn, of course. It just means Mr.
A man.
As Mr. Derives from Monsieur, and then where does that come from anyway? Yeah. So, obviously when we use these on a daily basis, we don't think of the etymology, we just use
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
All right. So, again, Mr. Wang,
王先生,王先生.
and then she returns the hello.
您好,您好.
Now, but she does it in a slightly different way here.
Yes, she does. Here is 您,
Yes.
您 as opposed to 你.
Yes.
Well, 你, they both mean you.
You.
Personal pronoun, but
Yes.
你is the respectful term.
The respectful term. And a second tone, right?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
您, 您,
And so the full phrase, hello,
您好,您好.
您好.
对.
Now, this is, again, a good suggestion for you. It's the equivalent of German of calling someone Sie or du, or in French, vous and tu and so on.
okay.
It's respectful.
Yeah, and you reserve it for, in China, older people,
people.
or high-ranking
High-ranking
people.
people. That's right. So,
But if a person is high ranking but young, you wouldn't call
You
them
don't need to
mean.
do that.
No.
That's why people don't call me
See,
that.
we
Joke. Sorry.
we pay respect to
In other ways.
to those who endure
Indeed.
in life.
So 您好 as in respectful hello.
对，
There you
您
go.
好。
Now, so she obviously walks into his office or whatever it is, and of course he offers, suggests, recommends that she takes a seat.
请坐，请坐。
请坐，
对
请
means please.
please.
Yeah, and 坐 means to sit
Sit,
down.
yes.
To sit.
Please sit.
对，
That's fairly straightforward.
请坐，
Let's hear it again, please.
请坐，
请坐，
请坐。
Jenny, 请坐.
Without a chair, yes,
You don't
I'm
have a
sitting
chair.
down on an imaginary chair.
Indeed. So, and then of course your polite response to the 请坐 request is
谢谢，谢谢。
thank you. 谢谢.
对。Another very, very high frequency and useful lesson for you.
Hopefully.
对。
Yeah. So let's listen to this sort of formal-ish, not over formal, because things can get really formal around here at times.
Oh, like can you been to a few state banquets?
Oh, yeah, those are outrageous. The stuff.
Well,
that
let's
goes
listen to the
on.
dialogue first, and then maybe you can share your
Okay,
experience.
Okay.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Chinese Pod Trivia. Our first question is, how long will it take you to become an intermediate Chinese speaker using the Chinese Pod app? Is it A, the rest of your life? B, you should already be an intermediate speaker? C, 3 months? Or D, Chinese Pod has an app?
You should already be in.
Ooh, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, 3 months. That's right. Head over to ChinesePod.com now to register for your access to over 4,000 lessons. Get the Chinese Pod app now on Google Play or the App Store.
Dialogue, first time.
陈小姐，你好，我姓王，
王先生，您好，
请坐。
谢谢。
Second time.
陈小姐，你好，我姓王，
王先生，您好，
请坐。
谢谢。
Third time.
陈小姐，你好，我姓王，
王先生，您好，
请坐。
谢谢。
Okay, yeah, so that's the basic stuff for meeting, greeting. I mean, the neen form, the polite form, yeah, as I say, with someone in a sign of respect for an older
Yes.
person. So. But normally, you don't use it that much. Certainly peers, people of your own sort of rough age, you don't need to use it. But what I find is certainly older people, senior people,
Yeah.
people like professors, and obviously political leaders,
Yeah.
and these types of people, it's good to show more deference.
To err on the side of politeness.
To err on the side of politeness is correct. And, you know, we don't have time to go into it, but there's a whole unwritten sort of culture, a tacit culture of how these things happen as well. I mean, if you go to a meeting, like I've had the occasion to meet sort of senior, let's say, government people, let's say education officials or so
Yeah.
on. And there's a whole culture of who stands where and who says what and who talks to who.
Yes.
And sitting in a room, you know, where you have guests in a room, who sits where and who sits it still confuses me. But
Careful considerations needed.
yeah, you don't want to come across as a boorish kind of
对，Yeah, it's all about understanding the culture subtlety.
Yeah, but I think
appreciating.
absolutely. But I think most Chinese will appreciate the fact that you don't know this stuff.
Yes.
But it can be fun. So anyway, this is just the beginnings here, but this is basic formal introductions.
Yes, and of course, go to ChinesePod.com for more
Yes.
of these and a range of different topics
Indeed,
to suit your needs.
Yeah, so you can explore. I'm big on exploring. I'm big on these kind of formats, inquiry-based formats, as I kind of like to call them. That you inquire after, you go after the things that interest you.
Right.
If formal language for some reason interests you, you go and you find the tag and you go after it. If something else, the other honorifics or the other family names or whatever it is, it's all inquiry-based. It's all exploratory, and I think that's how learning happens. Anyway, enough said.
好, let's wrap it up now and see you tomorrow.
Oh, yes, we'll see you tomorrow.
再见.
再见.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number
0868.
So just go to www.chinesepod.com/0868 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/0868.